Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin here. Um, so I just got back from school slash a meeting and stuff like that. Picked up my books earlier in the day. Um, I was going to show off what I got. It was actually a pretty big week, which I wasn't expecting, but quite a few of these titles are going to be gone soon, so it's not too bad. Anyway, I'm just going to jump right into it. First off, I picked up from DC. I didn't get any independence this week. Um, Red Lantern Corps. It's just Red Lantern. Red Lantern 17. Don't usually get this book. I picked it up for this Wrath of the First Lantern storyline, but having read the other two, I don't think it's necessary at all. It seems like they're just doing their own thing, really. They might come together in Green Lantern 20 or something. We'll see. But I wanted to give this book a shot now because I'm definitely going to be giving it a shot at number 21 or 20 when Filikov, oh no, I guess it will be 21, where Filikov, the writer from I, Vampire, I believe, is going to be jumping on here in Green Lantern Corps. And I think his tone will fit this book a lot better. He's more of, I believe, like a horror tone, and which I think might be very effective here. Um, so yeah, I picked that up. Going to give that a read. Looking forward to checking it out. I've heard some people like it, and then the vast majority of people say it's not the greatest. So, you can't really say anything until you try it yourself, though. Next, I picked up Savage Hawkman 17. Rob Liefeld is off this book, but it doesn't matter because he drove it into the ground. Um, that Hawkman Wanted storyline was terrible, and this book can't recover from that. So it's getting canceled at 20. And the only reason I picked it up was for the cover this week, and I'm probably not going to be getting the next three of them. But they kind of messed this cover up too. Like I saw the image without the lettering, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And what I think they should have done is they should have shrunk this down so that this isn't overlapping the shadow because like this is the Nosferatu uh, homage cover, I guess, right? So which is like that vampire movie from the 20s, right? I guess Dracula. Um, so yeah, I think that kind of ruins the title there. I mean, yeah, they made it a little bit transparent, but I mean, it kind of takes away from the image, and that is such a cool cover. So, looking forward to it. That's really the only reason I got this book because I wanted to own that cover, and I'm a little bit disappointed with it. I love this character, but like I said, Liefeld's run um, just ruined it. And now that it's getting canceled, I don't know if they're going to do anything significant in 3 issues. So that's the end of that one for me. Picked up Aquaman 17, Throne of Atlantis epilogue. I love Throne of Atlantis. I thought it was very good. This book is great by itself. Um, Great art, great writing. Looking forward to seeing what direction this goes in. I really like Mira too. She's a really good support character, and I think they do more with her soon. So I'm looking forward to that. Next up, I got Justice League Dark 17. That's a really cool cover. I was just admiring that. Um, Really enjoying this book. I'm not wild about this whole Death of Magic storyline. It's good. I'm excited to see what happens with Zatanna and that kid whose name escapes me right now. Timothy, I think something. I'm not sure, but I'm excited for them to get into the back into the I guess main DC universe and stuff and see what's going on there. Looking forward to Constantine, which is coming out next month, and all these DC books I think have previews of Constantine in the back, so they're really pushing that book. I feel like maybe either they want it to be a big seller because they're thinking that this Justice League Dark book has been so successful, so Constantine will also be like I guess a marquee character now, or he's going to be key to the upcoming plots that are developing, which I think might be more the case that he'll be a central part to future plots just because of some of the things you've seen in previous issues of this with him keeping tabs on the DC universe as a whole. So Justice League Dark 17. Also, Jeff Lemire and Ray Fox on Constantine is the pretty much the selling point for me on that. Got Talon number 5. This is a book that I've been enjoying, but it's getting a little tedious, a little boring, a little slow. So we'll see. Give it a few more issues because I do like the concept, but not sure about it. Maybe we'll pick up with him back in Gotham, but like I said, I don't want this. I said before in previous videos, I don't want this becoming too tied down to Batman. So we'll see. Picked up The Flash 17. Really great art in this book. Excited that this storyline is done. Um, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm looking forward to some of the solicitations I've read of future books. Look really interesting. Um, I'm a little lost with this like secondary Speed Force storyline that's going on, but other than that, I have been enjoying this book. I believe, is it the artist? It's either the artist or the writer are going to be at the convention that I'm going to in 2 weeks, so maybe that would be cool if we could get this signed, or one of the copies of Flash signed. Because if it's the artist, he's great. I really enjoy his work. It's probably a top 3 DC artist for me. And last from DC, I don't usually pick up Batman Incorporated, but when I do, it's issues where Damian dies. And I know in previous videos I've been like, I'm not a huge fan of Damian, and I'm really not, but he has grown on me, and I'm a little bit upset that he's dead. And I also wasn't aware that Incorporated was in continuity with the main DC universe. So, because I probably would have been reading it otherwise. Because I like Grant Morrison. He's a strange guy, but his books are very good. So, I think it's interesting that this is going to carry on into Batman and Robin, obviously, and Batman. And I'm wondering what they're going to do about a replacement for Robin, because they're not canceling that Batman and Robin title. And I know I heard that I think it's going to be like featuring, so it's going to be like Red Hood and Jason Todd, Red Hood and Red Robin and stuff like that for a bit. And then I'm wondering if they're going to find a replacement Robin. And my bet is on either Harper Row, I believe her last name is, who was a character that was introduced in the Night of Owls storyline. I think she was last seen in issue 12. Or my other dark horse option would be, I believe Huntress is off Earth too and in the main universe, so I think it'd be cool to see a Batman and Huntress team up. I don't know, it's Batman's child from a different universe, right? Different Batman, but that might be an interesting dynamic there. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, on to Marvel. Picked up Avengers Arena number 5. Unless this impresses me greatly, I think I'm done with this book, and it's not because it's been bad. It's just because I have to cut down on some titles, and I'm not really invested in any of the characters, and I don't think that this is like, other than who dies in this, and again, I'm not really invested in any of the characters, it's not going to have a huge impact on Marvel continuity, I don't think, and like, no one really stays dead in comics, right? So, I mean, they'll always come back. As long as Hazmat makes it out alive, I'm fine with that, really. Picked up FF number 4. This has been a fantastic book. My favorite out of the 2 books that Matt Fraction is writing in the Fantastic Four universe, I guess. Love the Moloids. Really like Ant-Man. She-Hulk's growing on me. The art in this book is fantastic. I can't recommend this book enough. Miles ahead of Fantastic Four. And I collect Fantastic Four, and I've been debating dropping it because I just don't see it going anywhere. But this book is definitely worth your $2.99. So excited about that. Next up, and something I don't know anything about, but I got it because I've heard some hype, is Guardians of the Galaxy .1. I believe this is the origins of Star-Lord, so we'll see. I really enjoyed Nova, and I heard these books are going to kind of run parallel to each other, so give this a shot, see what it's all about. Yeah, so excited to read that. Next up, this is Matt Fraction's best book, Hawkeye number 8. Fantastic series. Probably the best book at Marvel right now. This, or I'd say Thor. Yeah, it's probably between those two. Maybe Wolverine and the X-Men I really enjoy, but I don't think it's on the same level as those two. Great book. Check it out if you haven't already. Can't say enough good things about it. Really excited to see where this goes, and I'm excited because I think Fraction said that in an upcoming issue, there's one from his dog's perspective where he's trying to solve a murder mystery. So I'm really excited to get that issue. So check out Hawkeye so you don't miss that gem. Next, I got Journey into Mystery 649, and I've really been enjoying this book. But again, it's one of the ones that, you know, not too invested in Sith. I do like the whole Norse, Asgardian mythology in these books, so I might stick with it, but one that I'm considering not picking up anymore. You got Superior Spider-Man in this issue. The covers are always fantastic, though. So I do recommend this book. If you're a fan of Wonder Woman, if you're a fan of, it's very similar to DC's Wonder Woman book. So check it out. The art's also great. Picked up Uncanny X-Force #2. Really like the first issue. Excited to see where this goes. Excited to see what's going on with the whole Phantom X thing. I love Puck, so that's cool. I really like Storm too, so this is a pretty good team. I'm not a big fan of Cable and X-Force, at least what's come out of that so far, but this looks promising, so I'm excited to read that. Okay, I'm almost done, so just bear with me. Uncanny Avengers #4. Cassie's finally done. Not that I have anything against him or his art, it's just that it's going way too slow for this book, which is it's going to lose relevance like Astonishing X-Men did if he doesn't pick it up. But he's off, so I'm pretty sure this is going to come up fairly consistently. I think they're done the first initial arc, but I think what Remender's doing, is it Rick Remender? Yeah, Remender's doing is doing like a huge arc, like maybe mini arcs that tie into each other, so it should be interesting to see. But I'm looking forward to seeing Possessed Thor there, and I'm excited for them to expand the team with Sunfire and Wonder Man and stuff, so it should be interesting. X-Men Legacy #6, and I might be the only person left on YouTube that I've seen that picks this up. And I've really been enjoying this book. It's been great since issue 1. Issue 1 was rough. Issue 2 was okay, and then it really picked up. And it does have some of the coolest covers, I think, out of any of the Marvel books. So I recommend if you tried this out and weren't sure about it, like if you hated it, you're probably still going to hate it. But if you weren't sure and you dropped it, I would go back and check it out because it's well worth it. It's probably my second favorite X-Men book right now. All New X-Men and then this, and then maybe Uncanny X-Men. But I only had one issue, so can't recommend that enough to people who are interested in a maybe more unique take on the whole mutant thing, whole psychic thing. It's interesting. Young Avengers #2, first issue was fantastic. Not a huge fan of this team. There's some characters I like, there's some characters I'm not wild about or just don't know about. But the first issue was phenomenal. I'm hoping it keeps up. And I think this cover is almost the exact same as the one that they used. So I hope that there's not going to be, maybe this character is different sitting there. So I'm hoping that's not like a trend. But yeah, looking forward to giving that a read. So should be good. And last but not least, I picked up Uncanny X-Men #2. Like the first issue, very interesting developments with Magneto. Thought it was a little bit slow, but I mean, it's the first issue, so it's just setting stuff up. I'm really excited to see what's going on with Cyclops' team. And I think the X-Men corner of the Marvel Universe has been really interesting since Marvel Now. I think that's something they've definitely gotten right. I really like the direction that it's going in. Or it has a lot of interesting storylines developing. I'm not sure if they'll use those to the fullest, but they definitely have the potential to do some good things with that. And then I picked up a few back issues because I got them for a pretty decent price. And I've just been interested in maybe starting to collect some of these, so I saw them and I grabbed them. And I'll just be picking them up here and there. I'm going to try and find some cheaper ones at the convention I'm going to, and then just when I can, because, I mean, they're not, well, I don't know, there's some interesting things about them that I've noticed that, I don't know, Swamp Thing, #8, I believe that is Bernie Wrightson. And I think he stopped at 10 or 12, so I'm not entirely sure when he stopped drawing the series. This is the first Swamp Thing series, so I don't know. These are in Mylar, so there might be some glare. It's a really cool cover. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, really like the art, and I'm really interested to read these. And like the observation I wanted to make is it's a lot easier to find these than it is to find any of Alan Moore's run. And they're relatively the same price, which is interesting because they're completely like different periods of comic books. I figured these would be more expensive, but maybe they're not in high demand. This is #11. Really cool cover there. That's also from the first series. I love these. I've decided that I think what I'm going to start collecting, because they're not as expensive, is I'm going to look at the old horror comics because I really enjoy the stories, and I really like the the covers. They're really interesting, and I guess that's my favorite Silver Age and Bronze Age, I guess, comic art. It's really interesting. So, and they're really good stories too. Picked up Swamp Thing 13. Like I said, another great cover. I know for sure this isn't Bernie Wrightson, but I think he stopped at 12 doing the art on this series. I might be completely wrong though, but I'm pretty sure he did 1 to 10 definitely, and maybe 1 to 12. So that's a really cool cover. Now from the second series, this is an Alan Moore, but I picked this up, got it for like $2 because it was it's a really good condition. It's a really cool cover, I thought. Some of these covers in this series, the second volume, are phenomenal. So we got that one. And then I picked up, this is an Alan Moore issue, and it's in pretty good condition, but Swamp Thing, Saga of Swamp Thing, number 26. So, Alan Moore's run starts at 20. 21 is more expensive than 20 because I think that's the issue where he starts his own storyline. 20 is kind of just wrapping up this previous storyline. But this is something I'm going to try and collect here and there. You get the demon in the background there. Very cool. So yeah, love those Swamp Thing covers. I'm not sure who the artist is on this series, but those are really cool too. So anyway, that's all I picked up. Sorry for rambling about Swamp Thing and stuff like that, but yeah, thanks for watching. We didn't do a podcast this week just because we were both really busy with school, me and Tim, but we'll be doing one next week for sure. And we hopefully you guys will watch. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Catch your videos. Looking forward to watching them. Hope everyone got everything they wanted. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. Talk to you later.